We're just normal men.
What do you mean, normal men?
We're just innocent men.
It's time for Side Scrollers with me, Stuttering Craig.
Wow! Right on the tip. Just on the tip.
And Blabs. Co-hosted by our friends from around the internet.
There is a portion of Norway where it is legally required to carry a firearm at all times.
If you're just a normal man looking for common sense in this crazy-ass world, you've come to the right place. And now, broadcasting from our homes from around the internet, it's time for Side Scrollers. Oh, welcome out to Side Scrollers on YouTube.com and Rumble.com, and most importantly, SideScrollersPlus.com. What's going on, everybody? Hey, did you have a good weekend? You did? That's great. It's good to see you guys. Hey, I'm Stuttering Craig. We got a big week, big day. What's going on? Glad you're with us. Hello, Blabs.
Hello! It's going to be a super duper busy week this week and next week.
Yeah. Next 2 weeks, we're being tossed into the grinder.
Yep.
And we're glad you guys are with us going along the journey. A lot going on, which is good. It is Monday, which means we are joined by the wonderful, always, it's Sam. Sam runs our social media, and he's done a couple test shows with us when we do the test streams, right? I'm going to tell you this right now. Sam put this out so perfectly, so wonderfully when it came to Yellow Flash. And I want to pull it up. He said, this is so good. Flash, he said, I don't know if you saw this or not. If saying it like it is was a person. There it is. There he is. It's Flash, everybody. How are you, buddy?
Good. I try.
I try.
Look at
He's got his popcorn.
Crumpling up over here. It's good.
I'm sealing it up.
Oh, good. What kind of popcorn was it this morning, Flash?
Well, it's not like I do this. You said like what kind it was. Like I do this all the time.
What kind of, hey, Flash, what kind of popcorn you munching on this morning?
Oh, it's just like the store's popcorn that they make. It's just
so
popcorn.
Butter?
Yeah, that's all the same to me. Yeah,
okay.
Just butter.
Well, listen.
You're supposed to ask him the flavor of coffee. Then it might be something different.
I already had my coffee. I was up
Oh,
early
excuse
today.
me.
I was up early today.
Oh, yeah? Being productive here starting Pride Month, huh?
That's right.
That's right.
Take the flag down, put the rainbow one up.
That's right. Slowly bring down the American flag as you unfold your pride flag and slowly put it up one ring at a time. Put it up, and as it's going up, you're slowly saluting it. Oh, man. Well, look, we are here to talk about Pride Month this week as we have a lot going on to talk about as it's all just been one giant effing lie. And we're going to get into that a little bit later on. Blabs had a major moment in her life happen this past weekend, which we can't wait to talk about. It's a big deal. So spread the word. Let people know this is happening. We have another wonderful lawsuit happening to Disney, which is great. We have an indie game that posted quite possibly one of the biggest W's I've ever seen. And
why did you just get so southern? Did anyone else just hear that?
Yeah,
that I've ever seen.
I did that on purpose.
Oh, okay.
W posted a big old W. Blabs posted a big old W, as well as we have an update on two things: the Zelda trans story, as well as
fake news.
My Concord plaque, which
I know it's gone.
Yeah, we'll get to that a little bit later. We also have a brand. Yes, sir.
I'll get into it when you do it, but I know why they took that down. I mean, it's pretty obvious if you think about it.
Oh yeah. We also have the launch of a major console coming this week. I don't know if anybody's noticed that, but
let's go. Mine pre-order wasn't canceled, suckers.
That's
DSP
right.
has left the chat.
Oh no, sad days. But we do have a big show lined up. So do us a favor, hit the thumbs up button. If you're new, subscribe. We'd really love for you guys to join us Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. Central Time when we are live for a couple hours in the middle of your day, hanging out, whether you're on the Central Time Zone, East Coast, or maybe in Europe or out there in Cali. Love you guys hanging out with us. Appreciate you guys. We got a lot of good things happening. We just had the Nerd Duel finale happen this past weekend on Friday. Nerd Duel finale happened on Friday.
He's like a mouse.
Flash, did you just grab an extra little handful real quick? And he's turning away from his microphone and turn
I mute it
like
when I'm chomping.
I can't stop. I can't stop. Listen,
My lunch.
But big congrats to Eric from You, Me, and the Movies for taking home the big Nerd Duel finale. It came down to the final question. It was so intense, and we learned a lot from
That
Nerd
was
Duel.
so good. The
Yeah,
finale, like I'm not gonna like shill for Craig or Phoenix, but it was really good. Like they did a good job. It was funny, and yes, even with all the technical difficulties, it was still really good and funny. So props to them, especially Phoenix, because they made all that and like fantastic. Yes.
Well, I'll say this. The beautiful thing is if you go back and watch the archive, you're able to clip all that stuff out. So it's just the games. So you can go watch just the games in its entirety, the hour and a half long Nerd Duel finale, 3 games.
So
Like
you
I
mean
said,
people won't hear you talking behind a screen for 10 minutes?
I already sliced it out. It was great. It's ready to go.
My
That's what we
favorite
edited.
part is when they were all listening to the Astrobot music,
Uh-huh.
and then Vera clicked in as soon as she heard him say Astrobot.
Yep. Figured it out. So Nerd Duel Season 2 happening exclusively over on Plus. Looking forward to that. Speaking of Plus, we have a really big event coming up very, very soon. Coming up just about 2 weeks from today, actually about 10 days. And we are going to pump this down your throat over the next week or so. We have the King of the Couch happening coming up next Saturday. Looking what we're looking at, this one right here. Saturday, June 14th. Coming up at
DSP's
7
on the
o'clock.
show?
No, DSP is not in the show. No, that's been the long-standing rumor. DSP will not be, although Blabs was like, when you were talking about it, what, Blabs? Don't look at me like that.
No.
No. I'm just saying, Blabs did throw out the suggestion of
As a
inviting
joke, damn it.
I
No.
can't get enough of his detractor content lately. I've just been watching everyone make fun of him lately. He's been crashing out so hard.
I keep seeing these stupid like memes of his floating head just going around and just
Yeah.
whatever. And I blame for Tanga because that's all he's been retweeting. I just see it. It's like it's enough.
There's like him mad. He's like, if you like my detractor's content, go jump off a cliff.
Jesus. Wow. It's a bit aggressive.
You don't have a life.
I think he may have reached that point. If I'm being totally honest with you, I think he's reached that point to where he's like, shit, I didn't make it. Like I haven't done it yet, which is unfortunate for Phil. But hey, Phil will not be at King of the Couch coming up in a couple of weeks, but we do have a great lineup of friends coming down. We're really hopeful this works out, that we can do many more events like this. And we really love for you guys to join us over at Side Scrollers Plus. Because like I said, the pre-show and first round undercard will be available for everybody on YouTube, with the main card happening over at Side Scrollers Plus. So join us over there. We very much look forward to producing that for you guys and bringing you guys high quality, family friendly, good, chill content. Phil, it's good. Next week, Blabs and Phoenix are going to be in Texas. That's going to be really, really fun. You excited for that, Blabs?
Bucky's.
So here's the thing, guys. Next week, we are going to be doing a stream exclusively to Plus, where Blabs visits Bucky's.
That's right.
We're going to be live streaming from
point
Bucky's.
of view.
Yes,
Bucky's.
live streaming from Bucky's exclusively to Plus members. So yeah, we'll see.
Oh, good.
gonna be
Also,
great.
Eric's never been to Bucky's too, so like, I feel like we'll have to go more than once.
Oh well, maybe we just all do it at one time. We get
That
everybody
works.
together. I think that sounds fun. Maybe we'll do that on Friday.
Wait. So you deprived me of my second attempt to go to Bucky's?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
Why did I open my mouth?
SD0
Damn it,
says,
Eric.
didn't we already see that? Yes, but you didn't see it live. You,
We're doing it live.
You don't understand the amount of glee and happiness that just emanates
They're
from
skipping.
Blabs. Literally, she starts skipping. It's really bizarre. Anyways, looking forward to that. So look, we got a lot going on. Glad you're with us today. Once again, hit the thumbs up button if you want to mind. As always, we like to start the show with Today in Gaming History. I did see it over on X. So, Blabs, what do we have today?
You make me sad. Stop looking at that
I didn't
stuff.
see it either.
Oh, okay.
I was looking forward to the surprise.
Okay, well, here we go. Do you want to
Play
guess?
the game.
Yes.
Okay, let's play the game then. Here we go. The list of games on June 2nd.
Great Circus is in there.
You think so? Okay.
Yeah.
Malice, Red Faction, Gorilla. We have Ark. We have, let's see, Valorant. Valorant's a big one. Today. Valorant's pretty big.
I bet Diablo's in there. Shitty mobile version.
The Immortal version, yes. Shantae for the Game Boy Color. What that can't be 2 years ago. Okay, it must have been the Game Boy Color.
My Lovely Pets too is in there.
Yeah, that's what I really put.
Okay, all right, Blabs. What'd you put on today?
All right, well, Flash caught me in 4K. I did put the Great Circus.
Whoa!
Okay, 1 out of 3.
This was released in 1994. Valorant is 5 years old, releasing back in 2020. And then Super Mega Baseball 4, released on a Nintendo Switch back in 2023. Ta-ta!
Why did you said Super Mega Baseball 4? Like you're going like
I was trying to make it sound better than it is, okay?
Well, you made it sound like you're one of the Costco guys over here. Like Super Mega Base Crunch or whatever over here.
Why not?
Not a lot going on in today's gaming history.
Red Faction Gorilla, that's noticeable. I think that game sold pretty good back 16 years ago. 16 years ago. Ark was a very big game for a long time.
I should have put Ark, but you know what? I didn't. I want to give some variety of the games with the Nintendo Switch, you know?
Heroes of the Storm. That's a big one.
I don't even know what that is.
That was a really big streaming game for a good while. And
I hate all those
Grim
League of
Legends.
Legends games.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah.
I hate MOBA, whatever that shit is.
Valorant just kind of fell off, didn't it? Like, is Valorant still around? It's a big. I legit don't know. I don't know.
I'm gonna check Twitch right now and see how much there is.
Yeah, see how many people are watching Valorant. Blabs, why didn't you include My Lovely Pets too for Macintosh?
I'm gonna be honest, I didn't see it, or else I probably would have.
Hey, all right. So Flash, you would have got 2 out of 3 right there. So, but you didn't. But still, 1 out of 3 ain't bad. So, speaking of 3,
right now,
yes, ma'am.
Valorant over on Twitch, it says there's 93.9K viewers.
There's 93,000 people watching it. Okay,
that's what Twitch says.
Still a big ass deal then. All right, nice, cool.
I mean, there's one person streaming it, and they have 4.4 thousand views.
Wow, people love that Valorant. All right, nice.
Mm-hmm.
Give it up for Brave, Kamado, and Command Grab D, who became brand new Plus members over at SidescrollersPlus.com. Thank you guys very much. Closing in on 700 wonderful members over there. Mercenary came in with the $20 super chat. Mercenary, thank you very much. Getting us started off in a great way. Says, morning Flash, Craig, and you're fired, Labs. So far, the only thing I've seen.
If you don't spell my name right.
Well, so far, the only thing I've seen in terms of Rainbow is at ACVS at a CVS, like not a CVS, in a stationery section, and it's in the back corner of the store. Pride Month is not being received well in Cali. Wow. In California, they don't just paint all the streets rainbows. Hey, Mercenary, thank you very much. Yes, that seems to be the general reception this year, is that June has become everything other than Pride Month. So Mercenary also says Veterans Memorial stuff is still up, or 4th of July stuff is being put up early instead of Pride here in California, of all places. Think about that. Wow. Crazy. Give it up for Affluent, who became a Rumble supporter. Thank you very much. I'm sure I butchered your name, but thank you. I appreciate that. Tamamo says, so Stellar Blade isn't even out. The demo is, and there's already a mod to undress Eve.
Hell yeah.
It always amazes me, the speed of the internet. Head dev also wants mods to go crazy and is excited. Based. Let's go. Oh, that's hilarious. Thanks, Tamamo. Oh, man. Maybe we should pull it up and do a reaction to that over on Plus.
Let's do it right here on YouTube.
Eve?
I think that'd be a bad idea, Flash. I think that'd be a really bad idea. Heretic says, I work at a council in the UK. There are no pride flags up in the town. There is no council budget. Weirdly, the DEI won't use their own budget. Odd.
Sesame Street didn't get that message.
No, they were the first ones out. And, well, yeah.
Mercenary says, it's time to defund their asses.
Well, they did get defunded, didn't they? I think they signed a deal with Netflix, and now the Netflix is paying their bills. Angela, thank you very much. Appreciate that for the one gifted membership. And Mercenary came in. Thank you very much, man, for your support. Says, what? No Shantae? You're fired, Blabs. Says, still my copy of Shantae for GBA. Shantae's a good one right there. Well, thanks, Mercenary. Appreciate your support today. Hey, let's have a big one today. I'm ready to go. We're going to hit our Montez goal today. We are 2 of our 20 supers in today. I'm feeling good, feeling strong today. We're going to have a big-ass show. But right now, it's time for my favorite segment, your favorite segment. By the way, speaking of, Flash, did you know that that's how Phil opens his, like, he opens up like some sort of segment saying the exact same thing that I say?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, my favorite segment, your favorite segment, everybody in the world's favorite segment.
Who started it first?
I can only watch him in like 5 to 10 minute increments.
I'm with you. Like for me, it's like 2 to 3 minutes. But whatever's on X, I'll watch. I started it first because I've been saying that since 2006. So I think I started it. Yep. With that said, it is time for my favorite segment, your favorite segment, everybody in the world's favorite segment. It's time for Hard News. Hard News. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to stop down for a second and realize that as of right now, the woman in the center of your screen can die happy. It has happened. She has done it. Congratulations, Blabs.
Thank you.
You have been noticed by your senpai.
That's right.
Did you see this, Flash, over the weekend? Breaking news. J.K. Rowling responded directly to Blabs.
Whoa.
It's true. It happened.
Look at this, guys. Look at this. Go ahead, Blabs. Give us a rundown and walk us through your emotions as this happened. I'm sure it was crazy.
Right, so some context first of all. So if you want to know what Lumos is her charity that she started 20 years ago. It's a children's charity for children all over the world, and it's basically helping children who are in orphanages and things like that. It's a pretty good charity. So she said, I mean this, by the way, donate 10 British pounds to Lumos. I'll draw 3 names out of a hat and we'll have dinner. It could be KFC, but the wonderful James has suggested his restaurant, so it might be there instead. Travel and accommodation on me if you're not in London. Now, that could just mean, like, UK residents, right?
Are you in your converted windmill?
Yeah, it's like 10 British pounds, like 15 US dollars, by the way. So then if you scroll a little bit down, I actually asked her a question. And I asked her saying, would you fly people in? And I put the U.S. flag. And she said, yes, if you're outside the U.K., I'll fly you in. So, 1, she acknowledged me. Again, this happens at least once a year now. I'm pretty happy about that. And 2, I did actually donate. I put like 10 British pounds, about 15 US dollars in. So, fingers crossed that maybe one day I'll actually have, a bucket of KFC with J.K. Rowling, which is absolutely wild. And like, it's such a good thing, right? Because 1, this is how you get people to donate to your charity, which is for a good cause, right? It's for children who are in orphanages, they don't have families, things like that. And you get a huge PR out of it. It's like, oh my God, J.K. Rowling's gonna eat a bucket of KFC with you if you donate $10. Like, that's fantastic. It's a huge win-win for everyone involved. So yeah, I'm pretty pleased. Obviously, I was like, oh hey, you acknowledged me. So yeah, happy, joy. This one time last year, it was almost about a year ago, she wrote a tweet. I can't remember what it was, but I replied to her saying, I must not tell lies, which is a line from Harry Potter, and she liked that one. So, we're on a year-to-year, conversation at this point. You're muted.
So, that's excellent, Blabs. I'm really happy for you. I don't know if you saw this, Blabs, but she actually just responded to you again.
You're very funny. Have you done some grok thing?
No, look, she actually responded. Look at that. You should go retweet her right now.
Very funny.
I didn't even pay attention to what you were saying. I was just spending
Thanks,
the
man.
last 3
Here
minutes.
I am talking about a children's charity and a bucket of KFC, and this man's like, let me make a meme.
I was just over here just like, I was like, whatever. Fake, how to make fake tweet. There it is. So anyways, congratulations, Blabs. J.K. Rowling loves you and wants to have your sex baby.
Dude, that's just funny, though. A bucket of KFC with a billionaire. That's funny.
Yeah, I mean, hey, why not? Well, congratulations.
We should take you out on her yacht.
Right? Dude, that's a super yacht. It's not even a yacht. It's a super yacht. Like, that thing's massive. Wow.
Didn't Johnny Depp buy one of her yachts, or did she buy his? I don't remember.
I don't remember, but yeah. They were on good terms.
They traded yachts at some point or something.
Probably. I mean, she did defend him when everyone else was, like, trying to, like, dunk on him. She was one of the few who says, no, he told me the whole story. So I'm assuming she signed some sort of NDA when this whole Johnny Depp Amber Heard was coming around, and she knew everything from the start, I guess. Yeah.
You guys have a lot of really good questions in the chat. Nick actually brings up a really good question. Says, if you win, would you pick original recipe or crispy?
I don't know. I don't think I've ever have I ever had KFC?
No, crispy.
Whoa.
Did we have KFC in Texas?
No.
I don't think I've ever had KFC.
What?
You never had KFC?
I don't think I've ever had KFC before.
Well, why would you go to Texas and have KFC?
I don't know. Chicken. Maybe I've had PFK.
What was PFK?
Is it PF? What is it? It's the
Philadelphia fried chicken.
Yeah, no. PFK is the Quebec KFC. It's the same name. It's literally the same thing, but because it's in French, it's called PFK.
All right. So here's the.
Maybe I've had it in Quebec. I can't remember.
We'll take you to KFC when you come down.
All right.
Okay.
My favorite KFC commercials are the Japanese ones.
Well, Japanese commercials.
Oh yeah,
always
they're
better.
great.
I'm pretty sure like he even ate chicken with Goku once in a commercial.
Let's go.
He's just firing off kamehamehas and eating chicken. It's great.
Let's see. Hold on. You said with Goku?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there was a KFC Dragon Ball promotion.
All right. Let's see what we got here. Oh yeah, this is pretty good. This is from 12 years ago. And all right, let's see. This is only 15 seconds long. Custom animation just for KFC. Look at the KFC logo.
Yeah, there it is.
There we go.
行くぞケンタッキーチキンって強くなるぞ
光るドラゴンボトル付き最強セットじゃ ケンタッキーです
I love the idea.
I like
He's
that.
Tommy Hami. He's over here just creating some fried chicken over here. That's great. Fry it up good. Anyways, well, congratulate. If there's anything that we can do to help sway her decision, maybe put a little weight on your entry, we'll do that, Blabs. I think that'd be a really good thing.
I mean, listen, I had a friend go and donate 10 British pounds and put it in my email. I didn't ask for it. My friend was like, let me help you. Let me see if you can win. And he went and did that for me. So that was really nice. I told him not to, but he did it anyway. So, yeah. That's the only way anyone can help, because it's like she's going to pick a name out of a hat, basically. After all verified.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Hard-nosed soul. KFC is a Christmas tradition in Japan. That's true.
This is true. Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
What if
they sell out that chicken?
Blabs, would you visit J.K. Rowling on Christmas? Like, leave your family to go have Kentucky Fried Chicken?
No, I don't think I would
Rowling?
do that. That's Christmas.
But it's J.K. Rowling.
Yeah, but it's also Christmas. And how many Christmases can you have with your family?
How many times do you get a chance to have fried
Isn't
chicken?
J.K. Rowling an honorary family member for you?
Great point.
No, I don't know her. Listen, I'm not a simp. I idolize her, but I can criticize her at the same time. And I prefer
fake
my
fan.
mom and dad.
Rudy in the chat
over...
says fake fan.
Yes, the chat is overflowing with fake fans right now. It's ridiculous. I can't believe
sorry. Would you go and leave your daughters to go and have like dinner in Japan with, I don't know, Miyamoto?
Are we bringing Akira Toriyama back
Yes.
from the dead?
No, you wouldn't, Craig. Don't even lie.
It's crazy. Look at the chat, just flowing with fake fans. It's really upsetting.
I
Blabs.
invite her over to my house. That way I don't have
upset.
to leave.
Yeah, and the answer is yes. I would leave my family to
No,
go
you
have.
would not. Don't even lie.
Blabs, to have fried chicken with Shigeru Miyamoto on Christmas?
Just a
Yes,
fucking-
I would.
I
Not
actually
just-
asked Grok to like make a meme of J.K. Rowling eating a bucket of KFC, and it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad at all. Let me see if I can still find it.
I wouldn't for Miyamoto, but if Kira Toriyama was still alive, 100%. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. Here's
But maybe
our,
he could come back
I'm
for
just
one
saying.
day.
Here's your KFC. Thanks,
Like the
Grok.
characters.
what if you're invited to have Flash Kentucky Fried Chicken with Akira Toriyama's grave? Like he just like every
Kind of
year.
sad.
Yeah, it would be, but
Now, Flash would
You
go
know.
with Michael Bay and have KFC together.
dude, come on.
Michael
Okay,
Bay,
Chad.
when does that come?
Yeah, I don't
A
know, but-
pre-conversation.
Well,
Yeah,
this
I'd
Bay.
rather have. I'm not like a huge Michael Bay fan or anything.
Well, never mind then. Fine, fuck off.
well, listen. Okay, the
God,
question
so
is.
angry about it.
I think he got so mad. I was so mad.
No.
Okay, guys, the question for you, normal men, is who would you skip Christmas with your family to go have Kentucky Fried Chicken with? One time only. They've invited you to spend Christmas with them and have Kentucky Fried Chicken, but you have to totally desert your family.
That's awful. That's so awful.
I mean, just
wait,
saying. I mean,
What I learned here though today is that we're gonna go to KFC in Texas next week. Yeah.
yeah, I guess we'll see.
Out of all the
Yeah.
things to do in Texas,
I know, like of
I
all-
asked for a gun range, but dude was like, "How about KFC with a bucket instead?"
Yeah, she wants.
have you
she
ever
wants
shot
your-
a gun, Blabs?
I have. I've actually been taught by a state trooper, and then after work, I would go out to like a junk area where there's trash and everything, and just do target practice on trash.
So yeah, she shot. Yeah, it's good. So anyways, yeah, we're gonna go out.
I mean, I put a pig out of its misery.
Oh my God.
So
Could you imagine Blabs just like this little pig looking up at her?
no,
then-
she was
would
a
you-
big girl.
Who would you abandon your family with for Christmas? Anybody. You could bring them back from the dead.
yeah, Blabs.
Yeah, but you know that they would be all unhappy because they're dead, and they'd be like,
No, they don't realize they're dead. They just want to hang out with you. Who's that one person?
"Well, I've never really lost anyone yet. Knock on wood."
Well, no, you're talking about idolizing somebody like J.K. Rowling. Like,
But she's
is
not
there-
dead either.
Blabs, you're really missing the point of this thought.
Killing the
exercise.
question.
Just totally destroying the question. It's crazy.
What? It's just our whoosh.
Yes,
Yeah,
just
it's definitely
our whoosh.
Adolf Hitler. Chat. That's a couple people pointed that. That's why you're hesitant to say it.
That's
Ugh.
Or
right.
Mussolini because you're Italian.
I see,
Maybe-
Blabs. There it is.
A true
Are
member
you
of
so
your
angry
heritage.
all the time? You say I'm angry. Look what you're saying to me, man.
No, I'm just saying. I think that's what you're hiding, Blabs. You're hiding your affinity for Mussolini.
Mussolini, yeah.
I mean, T
He was
Mussolini's
Italian,
a
after
good
all.
movie, but no.
No, I'm just kidding. Okay. God damn.
Maybe you guys can get mad about breaking noodles
He's
together.
A Nazi.
No, we're just giving you our
Mussolini
time.
wasn't a Nazi. He was just an
Whatever it
ally.
was.
Well, he was just an ally of the Nazis.
Oh,
That's,
for fuck's sakes.
he had his own logos and shit.
Oh, good. His own branding.
Oh my God. Hey, Dr. T is King says happy dinosaur month, side scrollers. My favorite dinosaur is the Archaeopteryx. The fossils are always in the Satan falling from heaven pose. Okay. What is y'all's favorite dinosaur? And what else would June be? Well, Dr. T is King, I'm glad you opened up this can of worms because dinosaurs are awesome.
I knew
And
that's the
my-
dinosaur he was talking about. I knew it was a bird.
Feel free to share.
I am. If you give me the wrong second there. Big bird.
Okay. Nice.
I remember because I think it's one in Jurassic World.
My
I'm
favorite
looking
dinosaur.
forward to that movie.
The
You
new
are?
one?
Yeah, Jurassic World, I think it looks fun.
Yeah, I agree.
I didn't like the last two at all, but the new one looks interesting. It reminds me of Jurassic Park 2, the original one.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing it as well. Maybe not in theaters, but
I'm actually indifferent with them. I liked the first 2015 one. I saw the sequel, thought it was shit, and never watched the third one. And this one, like, it looks okay. It doesn't really hype me up, to be honest.
I'm more interested in that movie than Fantastic Four or Superman. I can tell you that. Fantastic Feminists is going to be shit. Superman maybe will be okay. I don't know.
To answer your question, the Stegosaurus is the greatest dinosaur in history. Steven says, I heard J.K. Rowling's favorite restaurant is Olive Garden. Blabs, would that change your perception of J.K. Rowling if she just went to Olive Garden like 3 times a week?
It just means that she hasn't had good food. That's all. I'll help her.
But what I'm saying is, what if she thinks it's the best food?
You're joking, right?
No, I'm just saying, what if?
She's a billionaire. She knows what real
Don't
good
you put
food-
oranges in tacos or something? What was that?
Cucumbers.
Cucumber, there we go.
Oranges and tacos. Get some oranges and tacos. That's awesome. Oh my God. Ian came in and says, Blabs, I have an idea for a book. Could you drop me JoJo's email? Thanks.
I don't have her email set. Although, fun fact, I actually wrote to J.K. Rowling in 2020 once, and unfortunately, she personally didn't write back, but her assistant did. So I still have the letter and everything. Because she was saying that, like, she can't answer all fan mail, but thanks for writing and all that. So I do have the letter from her assistant. She was very nice.
Do you have the letter that you wrote her? Like maybe a copy of it?
Probably a copy of it on my document, my PC somewhere. I will never post it. It's very personal.
Please. You can redact all the personal
You would
stuff.
have to redact the entire thing.
Looks like the Epstein files, just all black.
It says, Dear J.K. Rowling, redacted.
Just one big blacked out letter.
Kratos came in and says Craig would abandon his family on Christmas to eat KFC with Jake Gyllenhaal's abs.
Off of Jake Gyllenhaal's abs. Let's be clear.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you this right now.
Off.
It'd be really weird if Jake Gyllenhaal's abs were having invited me to have a meal with it. All right. And we all know Jake Gyllenhaal's abs. Yes, Jake Gyllenhaal's abs don't talk. All right. Jake Gyllenhaal does. I would have dinner with Jake Gyllenhaal. And I would ask him, like, why are you eating KFC? You have great abs. That's what I would ask him. Like, it's going to
Craig would wash his laundry on his washboard abs.
No. Black Kane says, Craig would leave his family on Christmas to oil up Jake Gyllenhaal. Shut up, Black Kane. Dave wants to know if you've been to Babe's Chicken yet. No, she has not. What's
Babe's Chicken? Is that a strip club?
No, why would Babe's Chicken be a strip club?
I don't fucking find no, man.
No, it's a
$20, Babe's Chicken.
I think that's where we go. We go instead of KFC, we go to Babe's Chicken, Blabs. You'll enjoy that.
Okay.
Tamamo says no celebrity and technically family, but my grandfather never knew him and loved him for his stories, his knowledge. To know he has a grandson, and I hope he would be proud. I know my grandmother was. Let's go, Tamamo. That's who we'd like to have KFC Christmas with. And Normal came in with a
that's 50. Normal man, Adam.
Adam, thank you so much. Said, good morning. Number 1, happy Normal Man Month to celebrate all the normal men. And 2, as the new Mario Kart releases in a few days, I made a clip of on Rumble talking about it. All the Mario Kart featuring Phoenix. Nice. Okay, awesome. Well, thank you for that, Normal. That is spectacular. Big ups for Adam right there for the big old 50 bomb right there to start off. Thank you very much. Appreciate that greatly. I was gonna and thank you for putting that up there. It's at World of Gaming over on Rumble. So you guys going over there and check that out over on Rumble. I certainly will. Real quick. Oh, never mind. We'll move on. Crispy Chicken says it has to be crispy. Of course it would be Crispy Chicken. You would know. That's right. And Sean, who just became a Plus member. Thank you very much, Sean. Appreciate that greatly. That's outstanding. Gear says June is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, not Western Pride Month. Asmon should make his own streaming service like those VTubers. We'll get to Asmongold moving on as well. Not really moving on, but expanding. All right, we'll get to all your super chats here in just a little bit. Let's go and move on to this next story. Hey, Flash, we have another lawsuit for Disney World here. I don't know if you saw this.
I saw that in the document.
Yes, there is a giant lawsuit happening. That's a pun. As a 334-pound man has sued Walt Disney World over injuries sustained on the water slide that allegedly didn't support his weight. Okay, now I'm going to say
a picture of him.
What's that?
I want to see it. We need to shame him. Judge
Well,
him.
I don't think there's a picture of him here because he is the victim.
But can we look him
But I'm
up?
going to just go on.
His name's not public
Blabs, see if you-
either. I don't think.
Okay,
Isn't it
okay.
just? Oh wait, here it is. His name's Eugene. Let me see.
Let's see if you can find Eugene, the 334-pound fat man.
A 334-pound whale. Let me
just
go find him.
put his name and put fat, and he'll pop right up.
Just shows right up. No,
Well,
but
actually, there's probably a lot of fat Eugenes. Let's be real.
There is no photos of him. I've just done a search. Every
How
single
tall is
article,
he? We can imagine.
Every article has no image.
Flash, before we get into the story, I actually have a really good question for you. You brought up the Eugene. There's probably a good percentage of Eugenes. If you were to put like a percentage of ratio of name to fat, right? Like if you were to name Paul, right? Somebody named Paul, like what percentage of people named Paul are fat? And what name has the highest percentage of fatness per name? Is it Eugene? Blabs, you got any thoughts on that?
I don't even know what you're asking me. Are you asking me like people's names that are just sound fat?
What's a
to you?
stereotypical fat name?
Eugene. I see a lot of Bubba's.
Bob is a big one. I'll go with Bob.
LaShonda.
Yeah, Bob.
All right.
Because you think of movie Bob.
Also, I tried to find this Eugene. I can't find him. Like I even went searching on Instagram and like in trying to keep people private, I'm not gonna go and bring up every single Eugene.
So it says Beardo.
Yeah, Beardo.
Beardo?
All right.
That's awful.
Let's get to the story here.
Beardo's a fit guy.
He is. Beardo is very fit. Says a man allegedly injured after an ill-fated trip down a water slide at Walt Disney World is suing the theme park giant for $50,000 in damages. Now, let's remember this number here, $50,000. Even though he was more than 30 pounds over the ride's weight limit at the time. In a lawsuit filed Thursday, Eugene Strickland claims he is struggling with the aftermath of, quote, catastrophic injuries he sustained after riding the downhill double dipper at Disney's Blizzard Beach water park.
That's like an ice cream.
Yeah, see if you can find video of the downhill double dipper, Blabs,
Okay.
please. In June of 2021. So he has had a hard time dealing with this for 3.5 years, Flash. Tough stuff. At the time, Strickland weighed 334 pounds, according to the complaint, which put him over the ride's 300-pound limit. It's unclear if he was warned about or aware of the weight limit before going on the ride. And this is here's the downhill dipper right here. Okay, see, there are multiple dips as you make your way down the dipper. Strickland allegedly, quote, became momentarily airborne, which is something that I would imagine a 334-pound man doesn't usually is accustomed to. But he came momentarily airborne on the water slide before eventually, quote, landing, quote, with force onto the hard plastic surface on the slide after losing control of the inner tube he was riding on, according to the complaint.
The chat's comment. Pigs can fly.
Let's see.
I gotta say, I actually have the point of view pulled up.
Okay.
It's like a baby ride. I don't understand how this man loses it. So
Why is he going on this?
So this is it. This is really like this is a baby ride. Look at that. That's it. That's literally it.
Wait, what? That's it.
That's
Oh
like
my
a
God.
standard water park ride.
Yeah, this is like nothing. I don't know, man. If you're 330 pounds, 334 pounds, I don't think you should be like falling off. I feel like you should be buoyed, you know?
Well, how about you just don't ride the ride when it says the weight limit is 300
Well,
pounds?
yeah, that's also one. Like, who's the employee who said, yeah, this is fine, you know?
Well, maybe he didn't. Maybe he just wouldn't. Let's continue here. The lawsuit pins claim on the water slide's design and, quote, exhilarating speeds, according to the complaint.
Fucking gravity, bro.
Strickland asserts that he, quote, suffered serious. He had suffered serious bodily injury, resulting in pain and suffering, disability, scarring, disfigurement, mental anguish, and this is the best one, loss of capacity for enjoyment of life that he still grapples with today.
This is like some ambulance chasing shit. I hope I root against Disney all the time, but this one I'm kind of on their side.
Okay, I'm with
this
you.
Remind me of that fat woman on the lift thing. Remember that?
Oh yeah, we never heard the end of that. It's still ongoing, I think.
I'm pretty sure did it get dropped?
I never heard anything about it. The freaking Dank, the rapper, that she couldn't get a ride with Lyft because she was so overweight that the guy was like, "No, you can't fit in this. You'll damage my car and everything too, suspension wise." And there was a rumor going around a couple of weeks ago, even like a month or two ago, saying that she had won or whatever, but there was no actual evidence. There was nothing.
Well, I'll say this: in this case, I would love to see the disfigurement that was caused here.
Right.
And I actually have a larger question here. If you quote if you had loss of capacity for enjoyment of life, right? How much money would it take for that to return for you? Because in this case, for old Eugene, it cost $50,000. What about you?
That's his junk food bill.
No, yes. So would $50,000 restore your ability to enjoy life again?
No, I need at least $1 million.
What about you, Blabs?
$50,000 would restore my life?
No, restore enjoyment in life.
Oh yeah, you know what I could do with that 50 grand? Hell yeah!
So
happy, joy.
You'd go from depressed to happiness.
Well, they're going to tax the shit out of it. So
that's true. So it's really like what, 25 grand? Take half of it away because government steals. Yeah. Hey, listen, it's a shit ton of money either way. $25,000 and $50,000, still a lot of money.
Yeah, it's true. It is a lot of money.
I would not be suing Disney to get that money. That's for sure.
How did he come up with that number? Maybe it's based on his calorie consumption.
Per day. God damn, Flash. Looking brutal.
There is some layers to this, right? So if he's 34 pounds overweight at the time, why was he allowed to ride? Like, those regulations are put in place in the first place. So how did he get on a ride, right? Was there no employee there? Was the employee not doing his job? So there are a bit of layers to this. It's like, oh shit, well, did that employee get fired then because of all this stuff,
Yeah. I don't know, but
and then it's so funny because then, like, weeks ago we were talking about the fatties at Disney, right? The fatties who ride. And it's like, oh, this is fat phobic. This ride, we can't fit. And then it's like, here's your proof. This guy was overweight and he claims to hurt himself so badly he's suing for 50 grand. But your fat ass is whining about a roller coaster. Think of your safety, right? Like, this is like the perfect PR right here for the fatties. Go to the gym. The end.
I mean, there's warnings all over the place.
Yeah.
Like, when you get on a ride like that, you don't think Disney, the most litigious, protective company in the world, doesn't have at the very base of that ride?
There's got to be a sign saying, because I'm sure they get their share of fatties. I mean,
yeah.
How can they even sue if all these things?
There's probably a sign that says, if you're over this weight, or pregnant or whatever, don't come on this ride. Like, everything, every ride has something like that on it. Don't ride if your blood pressure is too high. Don't ride if you're this or that. Like, so I would imagine their bases are covered.
Okay.
Yeah, again, how do you even have a basis to do a lawsuit in the first place? I feel like even when you buy a ticket, it's like enter at your own risk,
Yeah.
How does this work?
Marius points out, says, I guess he didn't read the indemnity agreement that he accepted when he bought his ticket. All right, Marius, there you go. So, look, there's a lot of things to criticize Disney about, and then there's, like, this is not one of those things.
Yeah,
clearly.
Being logical.
Hypernut says, losing some weight capacity first to enjoy life should be a start. That's right. It's just.
Oh, I don't know if this is on your run sheet, but there was some news that happened over the weekend. Did you see Ghey made a new version of his Hail Hitler song? It's now Hallelujah.
No, didn't see that. Maybe we
could actually play this one.
Oh, really?
Do we want to, though?
There's nothing in it. It just goes, Hallelujah.
That's it? That's the only lyric in the entire song?
It even cuts out when he says that he became a Nazi, even like bleeps out Nazi.
Oh, wow. Well,
Mental Institute.
He's all over the place. All right, well let's go and move on. But first, Marlon says, as a fat ass, people need to fuck off with this shit. Hope this dude has to pay Disney's fucking lawyers. Fat pride was a retarded movement. Marmalin, thank you for your bravery and letting everybody know that you
self-awareness.
are yes, for sure. Bentley came in. Shane, thank you so much. Says, according to MobyGames.com, Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban was released in 2004. With that said, Blabs' Harry Potter fandom card is revoked. Also,
it's not. I made a tweet about it. Ha ha.
Oh, ha ha, Shane.
Got you, Uno reverse you. Yeah, and it had multiple release dates because of different ports and everything. And June 2nd is the very last, of those release dates. So.
Get wrecked, Bentley guy. Get wrecked. Sorry. Also, the game Rescue the Beagles came out in 2008. Maybe about it's about an infamous doctor. Hashtag Montez. Thank you. Let's not talk about beagles getting their faces chopped off, eaten up by flies. John came in with the 10. Says, this reminds me of Norbit when the fat chick was sliding down the water slide and slammed through the fence. Well, she was $50,000 richer after that, John. Delty says, your talk with Vera about the new Zelda movie, having that hunter got me watching a documentary on Robin Williams again. His daughter's name being Zelda. This is true. Yes. All right, let's go and move on. Guys, I have bad news. My weekend got a little worse this weekend as I saw this, as news was broken. But first, I had a little bit of context here. Last week, the internet was abuzz with the news on Wednesday that a Concord developer had donated their commemorative launch plaque to Goodwill, and it was up for auction. It was a very, very big deal. You could have purchased this thing, and the going rate, I don't know if you saw this, Flash, was over $3,000 for this thing. And we had a long conversation as Vera just continued to play the devil. And she wanted me to bid on this thing. And I didn't quite get to that point, but I did make a shopgoodwill.com account. So now I can buy whatever trash I want on shopgoodwill.com. But unfortunately, it will not be this Concord item as it has been removed from the store. There's a lot of irony here as the item has been removed, but the current price is still $50. I don't know how that's a thing. Which I was very much going back and forth on whether or not to purchase this thing. I ultimately decided that it probably wouldn't be a good decision, but like I said, it doesn't even matter.
Well, it could be fake.
What?
I mean, and anybody could get something like this made. Let's be real.
This is true. Anybody could.
Let's say it is real.
Mm-hmm.
I bet you they pulled it down because they didn't expect it to get the traction it did. You could see this show up on a big auction site, maybe.
Quick, everyone go to Heritage Auction.
Because I think with promotion, it would be much bigger. Because Concord is probably the biggest failure of all time in video games. So it's kind of a historic piece.
Well, I agree. And that's why there was a little bit of buzz around it. But unfortunately, it has since been delisted. Now, somebody has gone on NeoGAF. This is a quick update on this. Goodwill has closed the auction and removed the item. After a little research, I stumbled upon a post on NeoGAF from someone who bid on it. Now, this is a very, very small here, so I've expanded it out, and it's now very, very large. It says, in a twist, this item was delisted. I got an email this morning. That email said, your bid has been retracted from the following item. And there it is right there. Their bid amount was $500 at the time. The reason for your retraction is, unfortunately, we were contacted by the rightful owner of this item today and informed that it was not donated by her, but was given to us by mistake by someone who was not the rightful owner. This plaque is being returned to Chelsea right here. So they're saying that it was given
theft.
Uh-oh.
On the surface, yes. But I think it also sounds like maybe Chelsea saw the value of it.
Maybe.
And was like, yo, I didn't
put it on a proper website. like heritage auctions or something.
Yeah, which by the way, Heritage Auction, I don't know if you know this, Craig, ships from Dallas.
Actually, I'm very aware that yes, they have.
Because I have bought from Heritage Auction in the last couple of months. I was like, hey, Dallas. So
yeah,
they have awesome shit all the time on there.
Heritage Auctions, they do a lot of stuff. They have in-person auctions here in Dallas all the time. Yeah, but I don't know. I don't necessarily buy this. I think that they saw people were bidding on it and went and picked it up, and you guys know that I'm a very proud owner of 2 copies of Concord. You guys know this. I've talked about this. I've bragged about this. I am quite possibly the #1 Concord fan, possibly in the world. So I have a theory here, Flash, and I would love to hear your thoughts. Instead of going out and buying this for $3,000, what about if I just took this to a framing place and made my own version of this?
Yeah, you could.
I think it'd be far less than $3,000. I think you can get that for maybe $150, right?
Yeah, and you get a little plaque thing put in there. It said Craig's copy.
Yeah, and it maybe it says like, "Hey, #1 Concord fan," right? Best Concord guy ever, or something. Whatever we want to say, right? I think that's something that I should
Concord
do.
fan.
#1. What's that?
Juan.
#1.
Yeah, #1 Concord fan.
No, that doesn't make any sense. But I can copy the whole thing and make it happen, and I could put it on my wall right here for far less than $3,000. You know, I mean, what's the worst that can happen? You know, like one is shaky. I open up the shaky one.
Open the shaky one up.
Yeah, I think you definitely open the shaky one right now. You know,
even though both games technically still won't work.
Right. They're nothing. There's nothing to them. But here's the thing. If you go on Concord right now, or go on price charting right now, and you look, they're only losing value. The complete price right now for Concord.
For now.
Yeah, right now. $25 right now. That's complete. Now the graded price, which, hey, sealed.
You'll get one graded.
Sealed. Yeah. Sealed for $131, right?
Even though I hate graded video games.
Yeah. You can see at one point it was $90. It's only going to lose value, right? So why don't I just take it and outsmart the system here? Just saying. I think there's something there, and maybe I'll explore that a little bit. So, listen, let's be smart about this.
I did check Heritage Auction. It's not there. Just in case people are curious to see if it might be up there already. It's not.
Okay.
It'll take some time for something.
It definitely does. It takes months.
And they have to figure out like what
value.
Well, besides that, what would you put? Which auction are you going to put that in? Like, it wouldn't have to be like video game memorabilia or something.
They have a category of that.
Yeah.
Well, maybe one day you guys will just see that on my back wall. I won't even mention it. It'll just show up.
Just be there all of a sudden, like, oh.
Like, yeah, he did it. He did it. Marmalin came in with a 10, as we are now at 11 of our goal of 20. Yellow Super says, Chelsea saw that she could make way more off this if she sold it. Goodwill is an evil company, worked for them for years as their IT. Lots of shady stuff that company does. Avoid non-profits. Marmalin, thanks for the heads up. Appreciate that greatly. Jefferson C. Post says, 50K, so writing a check is cheaper than lawyers. This is true. They going back to the fat guy going down the slide, which sounds like the name of like a band or something.
Like
Not for him though, because
episode.
they're going to take it. Not only our tax is going to take a chunk of that, lawyers are going to take a chunk of that. So, how much of that do you really get? 5-10 grand? It's still a lot of money, but.
Well, I think Disney settles in a situation like that. They say, well, we're not going to give you 50 grand, but we'll give you 10 and shut your mouth. And he's like, okay.
So he gets like $1,000 of that at the end.
Right. Game Hunter says,
not even enough,
Craig.
Not even enough for a cart of fucking Doritos.
Well, you get a bag or two of chips with that.
I think you'd want to go big, get some custom muffins made or something.
Man, go get the muffins. That's what I'm talking
about.
A couple
birthday cakes.
Dude, let's go. Now we're talking. All right. Anyways, I'll keep you guys updated on my Concord thing. let you guys know what I decided to do with that.
I'm
Game
kind
Hunter
of
says,
sad because I had made
Curse.
this a whole section on our next 2 documents because the auction would have ended on Wednesday with Arch, and I would have had it ready to go saying, look, here's the finale of the auction, and they thwarted my plans.
I was going to make a video on it for sure.
But well, now you can make a video about how it's no longer there. So
that's not good.
Yeah, that's lackluster.
Yeah.
We need the Chorito like freaking Charizard again.
All right. Let's do a quick follow-up to a story we had last week. We saw this tweet go out, and I'll tell you what, maybe this was ridiculous rage baiting here, but this was huge. 70 million impressions on this post stating that Hunter Schafer is reportedly being eyed to play Princess Zelda in the live-action Legend of Zelda film.
Fake.
Now, this came from Daniel RPK. Now, this is Daniel Richmond over here, a Twitter influencer and writer over here, and they put this out. Now, apparently, after having a long discussion about this, when we talked about this on Friday, Blabs, we talked about how maybe this is a situation where people were just throwing this out to kind of test the waters, if you will. And that does look to be the case, as the Hunter Schafer Zelda rumor, according to thatparkplace.com, allegedly is linked to the PR firm attached to the actor, not Nintendo or Sony. So this was, probably something that they threw out there to kind of get some buzz going on about Hunter Schafer. And it definitely happens to be the case. And honestly, I'm very glad to see that Nintendo and Sony are not linked to this rumor.
Yeah, but it's so
I want
lame.
a woman to play Zelda.
What's up, Blabs?
I just say it's so very lame that this actor would go through all this PR hoops and everything to like try to get themselves cast as Zelda. Like, this is some freaking Megan of like the royal family PR bullshit. Like, that's just the most narcissistic bullshit you can think of. Wow. Anyway.
Well, as pointed out here, following Rickman's post, That Park Place was contacted by a trusted third-party source with a history of accurate information and direct knowledge of activity around the Zelda movie. This individual reached out under the condition of anonymity, disputed the rumor outright, and provided the following detailed statement. Rickman's report, which states that Schafer is, quote, being eyed, misrepresents the situation by implying Nintendo's active interest. In reality, the eyeing stems from Schafer's casting agents pitching to Nintendo, a common practice in Hollywood. Right here. So
Nintendo, you want to see what you want what Bud Light got? Do this with Zelda. You'll get the same shit.
Well, that was yes. I think that would happen very, very quickly. A source also noted Nintendo was notorious for maintaining strict secrecy around its projects, making such leaks, quote, highly unlikely. My confidence in debunking this rumor comes from a conversation with a casting agent who revealed that multiple actors' agents, including Schafer's, are aggressively pushing their clients to Nintendo to gain attention for the Zelda film, the source said, noting that this doesn't confirm Nintendo's genuine interest. Rickman's claim lacks credibility due to his lack of Nintendo sources, reliance on fan-driven hype, and the absence of official confirmation. The rumor is likely a distortion of Schafer's agent's efforts. Nintendo's secretive nature makes such quote leak suspect. Until Nintendo issues an official statement, the rumor should be considered baseless. So there's your update, and a lot of you guys who are very much against this, sounds like you have a lot of ground to stand on. And I can't see Nintendo.
Zelda doesn't need tuck-friendly swimsuits.
No. Zelda does not. But it is definitely one of those situations where I can't.
Now, she will cross-dress from time to time.
Yes, she did.
But
She's
does. Still a woman.
Yes, this is true. But it's woman to man, not the other way around.
Yeah.
So there's that. So congratulations. It doesn't look like that's going to happen. Fake news, but that's what happens on the internet. Is things thing you talk about, and people go, "Why you guys cover those things?" Because we talk about this. Is what we talk about on a day-to-day basis. We talk about what people are talking about, and 70 million people talked about that. So no regrets at all on that story. Anyways, we have this. This is interesting. I just saw this in the chat. This is accurate. Hold on. Let's see. I'll pull this up. Maybe this is running fake news. Blab, see if you can find a little bit about this. WTC Vidman says the voice actor for King of the Hills, John Redcorn, was shot dead today.
What?
See if you can find that, Blabs.
No, it's true. Variety just posted it.
What?
Let's get to that in a second. Pull up some stories here and get a little more information. But first, Marmalin says Zelda being a man in live action would be hilarious. But also that photo they used was purposely picked. That dude looks nothing like that in every other photo.
That is 100% factual.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's always that one picture. And then you see all the other pictures, like the one that was in that article even. Mm-hmm. And the truth is out.
Bill says, ain't no way Nintendo's going to okay that. They'd never be able to release in China or the UAE with that playing Zelda. Yes, I 100% agree, Bill. It would have ruined it. ADDF Toxic says, I have to wonder if the plaque would be as valuable as Heritage Auctions or whatever, or if they only got $3,000 because of the viral surprise of the discovery of the plaque. Montez, it's a good question.
I think it could be valuable. There's a lot of people that are into collecting video game stuff, and it will go down in history as one of the biggest video game flops.
There's definitely truth to that. It's interesting.
A lot of people with a lot of money with nothing to spend it on. So,
Antihero says we're successfully taking over Pride Month in Germany on X for the third year in a row with all right. I don't even know what that means, but celebrating international nationalism. All right, thanks, Antihero. And Saint says the company's not putting rainbows on their logos and supporting men's mental health. It's the same. In some supporting mental health, it's the same thing. They're only in it for the green. But I support Montez. Thanks, Saint. Appreciate that. Yeah, closed in on our goal today. Looking forward to knocking that out. Yes, this is crazy. And thanks for the alert, guys. We got a little bit of breaking news. As confirmed by Variety, Jonathan Joss of King of the Hill, who voiced John Redcorn.
Wrong article.
Oh, sorry. Dies in shooting at 59 years old. We're learning about this as it happens. Jonathan Joss, voiced John Redcorn, died in a shooting Saturday. San Antonio police confirmed to Variety he was 59 years old. San Antonio officers were dispatched to a shooting in progress at a home on Sunday night around 7 p.m. When they arrived at the scene, they found Joss near the road after he was shot multiple times. The officer attempted life-saving measures until medics arrived, but Joss was pronounced dead at the scene. The shooter fled in a vehicle, but was detained by officers a block away and booked for murder. The investigation is still ongoing. TMZ, which broke the news, reported that Joss was shot by a neighbor after a disagreement. Holy shnikes. Wow. John voiced John Redcorn from season 2 through season 13 of King of the Hill and already recorded lines for this upcoming revival of the popular animated series. He took over the role from the original actor Victor Aaron after he died in 1996 in a car accident. Wow. King of the Hill was launched in 1997. We saw that actually has a reboot coming. And the intro to that was actually released last, I think, on Friday. So there's a lot. This is crazy, the timing on this. It ran to over 250 episodes. More than a day after seeing the revival, set to premiere on Hulu on August 4th. Holy moly. He also had a recurring role in Parks and Recreation and was in The Tulsa King, Ray Donovan, and True Grit, and The Magnificent Seven. Wow. How sad is that?
It sucks.
It does suck, man.
I wonder what they were arguing about that was worth taking his life over. That's fucking insane, man.
It's these moments where they happen so quickly that this guy got a block away before he was stopped and booked for murder. That is just so sad to see that these people would things would escalate, and you wonder who started the agreement, you know? That is so freaking sad to see. And John Redcorn is a really great, really funny character.
Yeah.
Really good stuff.
I'm excited for the new season.
Well, I guess on that note, do you want to take a look at the new intro sequence that they have for King of the Hill? Have you seen this?
Yeah, I've seen it. I'm looking forward to it. The Mike Judge did a Beavis and Bud revival, and it was pretty funny. So, I mean, as long as he's involved in it, I'll check it out. And, he is. So,
well, John Redcorn is like, he's the guy who
he's fucking Dale's wife.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's
Someone in the
so
chat
obvious.
said Dale found him.
That's what it was. Dale got a hold of him. Here is the intro revival for King of the Hill, which it kind of covers all the things that happened. I guess Hank moved away in it. So here we go. What's this guy's name over here on the left here or on the right? What's this guy? His buddy. He's just over here crying.
Boomhauer, Dale.
And Gribble? No. Is that what it is? Bill. Yeah. Bill's just over here crying. It's great. Hey, by the way, look at with his mask down. It's so freaking funny.
I love that Dale just makes it a diaper.
That's so good. So good.
That's on point for him.
Yes, it is. Look at Bobby getting all big. I'm looking. I look forward to learning seeing that.
The description says that he moved to Saudi Arabia for propane because they're like the biggest propane exporter. So he did some job and got paid big time over there. So he missed like all the shit that happened in America. So he's still kind of like a fish out of water.
Man, that sounds awesome. What a great premise. Oh, I love that. I love everything about that. Okay, so
he moved to some company town in Saudi Arabia.
Oh, that's awesome. Well,
I hope it's Saudi Arabia. We didn't do that shit.
That's right. I love everything about that premise. That's great, man. Oh, that's funny. What's not funny is Jonathan Joss has passed away, and that makes me sad. So I'm sure they'll have some sort of, message or something at the beginning of it, or some sort of rest in peace. But it looks like they'll be casting, which is very unfortunate. You never like to see a new casting, especially when somebody dies like that. But you wonder, if John Redcorn, he was a second actor here. If there's almost a curse on John Redcorn now, both actors who have played John Redcorn have passed away. Rough stuff. Saint says, with companies not putting rainbows and logos. Oh, yeah, we read that one a little bit ago. Bad News Badger says, 100% honesty, in a world where leftists hadn't lost their mind, do you think it would have been an issue if Hunter had landed the role of Zelda? Yes, I do.
Would have killed the movie.
Yes, 100%. Don't say die. He was murdered. Yes, he was murdered. Sounds like Dale Gribble finally figured it out. That's rough. It's funny. Rod says, morning. Here enjoying the B-Day, watching my favorite stream. Let's go, Rod. It says, regarding about the Zelda rumors, I doubt Nintendo will have a Bud Light disaster. Yeah, 1,000%. There's no way. By the way, I know Dan did say he wants to wish you a happy birthday. Congratulations. Actually, did he? Yeah, he did.
Happy, much happy birthday for you.
Congratulations. Your birthday. Payne says, it's Paper Cut Survivors Month. Join us in acknowledging those who have survived the terrible wounds caused by the most destructive force in the world, paperwork. Well, Payne, thanks for your bravery in fighting through your paper cuts. Outstanding. All right. I'll tell you what, I wanted to, let's see. Oh, I wanted to hit this really fast. Did you see the news over the weekend that we have a new all-time Steam player count, high Steam player count? Did you see this get demolished over the weekend, Flash?
So was it Night Rain or Stellar Blade?
No, neither of them. So the previous record for most players at a single time in a game ever was 3.2 million players. And that was PUBG Battlegrounds, okay, back in the day. And by the way, Battlegrounds still killing it, right, to this day. But there's a new game that crushed it. I want to put this in perspective. The previous record was 3.2 million players. The new record, 11.6 million players at one time in-game on Steam.
That's great. What game is this?
Over tripling the amount. The game was a Roblox game called Grow a Garden, shattering player count. I don't even know how that works, if I'm being totally honest. I never played Roblox before. So they say a game in, like, I don't know, how does that work? I legitimately have no idea. So is it just all in Roblox, and are there individual things in Roblox, or I do not know. So I don't know, man. Like that's crazy to see. And the kids are, I don't know if there was some sort of special event, but there you go. You got yourself a new record over on Steam. I can't even find Roblox on Steam, let alone Grow a Garden. Roblox on Steam. I don't know. Blabs, can you find anything about this?
It's not officially available on Steam. Roblox can be added, but not officially.
Wait, so how do you add a game?
Okay, so it says, here's how to add Roblox as a non-Steam game. Open Steam, make sure you have Steam installed and open. Add a game, go to library and then click add a game. Add a non-Steam game, that's how you do it. Find Roblox player, you'll see a list of programs and applications on your computer. Scroll down and select the Roblox place. Oh, so it's kind of like a bypass, I guess, if you will. It's not really official.
Okay, so a little more clarity here. A little more clarity.
Sounds like this was coordinated in some way or something then.
Oh, definitely. Okay, so Grok says, Grow a Garden set a Roblox record here. Concurrent players, beating PUBG's 3.2 on Steam. However, Fortnite hit 15.3 million at a 2020 live event. So it's not the highest across all platforms. So it's not on Steam. It is across just the Roblox platform there. So that makes sense. So isn't it likely that the good portion of the 11.7 million are bot accounts? Bots are a known issue on Roblox, and some may have been present in the Grow a Garden as seen in the general platform discussion. However, no solid evidence suggests a significant portion of the 11.7 million are bots. I want to put that in perspective, though. The United States is 330 million people, right? And I understand that this is a worldwide thing. But at one time, 11 million people doing anything is ridiculous. I can't even fathom the idea. What is there, like, how many people in the world today? 8 million people? I don't know.
I didn't know that game was that popular.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew kids played it, but like I didn't know that many were playing it.
I wonder what 11 million of 8 billion is. I mean, it's a very small percentage, but still getting that many people together, 11 million people to do anything is just balls crazy to me. I don't even know. Anyways, congratulations to Roblox. You are, I guess, number 2 behind Fortnite as far as number of people in one doing one thing at one time in video games. So, yeah. All right. Look, I was watching a podcast this weekend. There's a podcast called the Unsubscribe Podcast. Are you familiar with this podcast?
I've never watched it, but I know about it.
So it has 3 guys on it. It's an enjoyable show. Donut Operator is one of them. Now, are you familiar with Donut Operator?
Yes.
You ever heard of Donut Operator?
I've not, no.
Okay, so
doesn't mean much, though.
Right. Donut Operator, he has 5 million subscribers. And this is it's like a podcast like of kind of like who's who in this space. A lot of these are gun guys, ex-military guys, good dudes, right? Really good dudes. They're all it's a fun Fun show to listen to. They kind of hang out and they bust each other's balls, right? It's really fun show. They had Tectone on this past weekend, and it was a really, really interesting listen to. But that's not necessarily what I wanted to talk about. What I wanted to talk about on this show was the relationship between Donut Operator and iDubbbz. Now, do you know who iDubbbz Blabs is?
He's a streamer.
iDubbbz is a streamer. He's the guy behind the creator class.
What
thing? And
it was also revealed recently that he did get pegged by Anissa, at least once. He didn't care for it, but that dildo did go up his ass, in and out.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what.
Flash.
Yeah, thanks, Flash.
just want to get that out of. That's big news. He's also a virgin before he married her, which explains a lot.
Okay. Well, you seem to know a lot about this, way more than I would here in this situation. Just give us a quick, 10 seconds on who iDubbbz is.
A cuck.
Okay, sounds good. Perfect.
Aren't they all these big streamers?
Well, iDubbbz, he is a big streamer, big content creator. He has 7 million subscribers on YouTube, right? But I wanted to talk about this here in particular. This is really, really funny. So, Donut Operator says he hasn't spoken to iDubbbz in 5 years, and they used to be like bros, okay? And during COVID, something happened that changed their relationship forever. So I wanted to play this clip here and talk about this. So pay attention, Blabs. This is important.
So he went to a range day with me one time. We used to talk a lot about content creation and stuff. And COVID rolls around, I get bored at home, so I make an OnlyFans where I'm showing my meat.
Really?
Well, basically, I'm taking a steak and I'm rating a steak. and
see that's the. Did you see Blabs' reaction there?
I was like, "Where's this going, man?"
Blabs can relate, but she made a foot OnlyFans.
Oh no! It get brought up again. Oh, it's rough. So he's rating steaks. It's phenomenal. Okay, here we go.
Reaction that you're supposed to have. Genius.
It is brilliant.
Uh-huh.
I thought it was funny. So I'd be wearing just an apron. Of course, I'm wearing boxers underneath. And I'd reach down and be like, "This is my OnlyFans," and this is an A5 Wagyu from down the street. And I would talk about it. And
are they sponsored by White Claw?
No, they're not. They're not sponsored by White Claw. They made that abundantly clear in the episode, by the way.
Okay.
Okay. So Blabs, he makes his fake OnlyFans where he's showing off his meat and steak and stuff like that, right? What do you think the response from iDubbbz would be?
He probably joined, didn't he? If he's a cuck and Flash gave us the vital information of pegging, I bet you he went and signed up.
Well, you're partially true because he stopped being a true content creator so that he could be his wife's OnlyFans cameraman.
Oh my god!
Because in the shadows, like you can see them in the pictures, they're his outline. So he now films her OnlyFans. He's very pathetic. He also watches her have sex with other women, allegedly.
No!
In the cuck chair.
Get in the chair! Give him the cuck chair! Oh.
That's alleged. Alleged.
How embarrassing.
All right, let's see how he responded here. Because once again, Donut over here made a fake, just little fun meat OnlyFans. Great stuff. Great gimmick. And here's the response.
To Ian, and he got mad and called me and said I was making fun of Anissa, and I wasn't. I just thought it was a funny bit because I was sitting at home during COVID. And
you'll never understand what it's like to be an ally.
Yeah.
Who's heard that before?
Uh-huh.
Who's heard that? You'll never understand the whole ally thing here. It's great.
Yeah, he said stuff like that, and yeah. Just haven't talked to him since. That was 5 years ago.
Over that?
Yeah, and I've texted him and tried to reconnect with him. He just won't talk to me anymore.
So, how many of y'all have had friends like that just refuse to connect with you? Maybe not because you made an OnlyFans where you're showing off steak, but
I'll be specific.
Right. But the idea that you just don't know what it's like. You don't know what it's like to be an ally. You don't know what it's like to be whatever social justice cause they have that day. You've been othered by them. Blabs?
Othered? Honestly, no. I've been fortunate enough that I've never had that experience. I've had people completely drop me, but not for like politics or anything.
I'll
like
drop
that.
people, especially if you give your children cocaine. You're out of here.
That's important. Yeah, that's a big deal. I can't really fight with that one.
No.
Yeah, that's a deal breaker.
And the thing about in this situation, it seems like such basic, like it's such stupid humor, but it's really funny. It's genius, but it's funny. But the fact that he is, in your words, Flash, such a cuck to his OnlyFans wife. Is that what she does for a living? Well, she literally just does the OnlyFans thing for like, is that how they're supported? Flash?
Sorry, I was looking at something.
Yeah, sure. Is that how they're supported? Like by her OnlyFans?
I think now that's probably the majority of the money. I don't even know what she makes on there, but it's not coming in from his YouTube. He doesn't do anything with it anymore, really, other than make Hassan Piker puff pieces.
How do you have a channel that has 7 million subscribers and like it's still getting 3 million views a month? Just from whatever.
Well, his old content used to be great.
Right. Still there. I mean, he's got videos from 5 years ago that were 24 million views, 15 million views. I mean, he hit a stride between 8 and 5 years ago here. And his latest content over here, he did the content cop. That's right. He did the content cop stuff.
Yeah, those 2 content cops got him a lot of views, but I wonder how positive that really was, because the dislike ratio I think on him is pretty high.
He seems like you just look at his face, he looks like a broken dude. Just even in his thumbnails, just looks like a broken ass dude. And I know there's
he's been buck broken by his wife.
That's rough. Jeez. Well, I know that there's a lot of controversy around the Creator Clash thing as well, which is like a charity boxing event that he was putting on, and they had to shut it down after some controversy and bullshit and all that stuff. So, but anyways, breaking up with your bro or saying, because your buddy started a fake OnlyFans because your wife is a whore, seems like doesn't really seem like the best way to go about life. But there you go. So saw that, wanted to share with everybody, and
you got whipped.
Now we know which one of those. Yes. Now we know which one of those truly is a bitch. Yes. All right. Blabs, we had something on our run sheet for Asmongold, but it doesn't look like it's there right now. I want to talk about that first. Yes.
What do you mean it's not there anymore?
The multi-streaming.
Yeah, the multi-stream thing.
Where did you put it?
I don't know. That's okay. We'll start it here. We'll back up a little bit. Flash, remember last week when Asmongold was on stream and he was talking about how he wants to work with X about possibly building out the platform? Yeah, big news, right?
Donut operators are going to start streaming on X, by the way.
Well, and once again, we want to stream on X too, but for some reason we can't connect to X. we wanted to, but we can't. We literally have no idea why it won't let us stream to X, but we're trying. Maybe I'll just stream through my profile and we'll see how far that goes. But yeah, this is it. I mean, we would, he talked about it. He was saying he wanted to devote like 20 hours a week to it. And Elon Musk was like, cool, let's do this. Let's give it a shot. And that kind of ruffled some feathers. Pretty good stuff. More options, the better. Well, we also have, we now have this from Kick, as it was announced, I think last night, that Asmongold will be streaming on Kick now. He's not leaving Twitch. He is just also streaming to Kick. So
it's a big loss for Twitch, because he's what did we went over it on his stream, didn't we? He's like number 9. He's up there, isn't he? He's at least in their top 10.
Isn't he like number 3 or 4 or 5 or some shit like that?
He's high. He's higher than Hassan, which makes Hassan fucking rage, which is funny to me.
Yeah, well, this is like I said, this is a very big news. The idea that one of the biggest streamers in the world is moving over and just diversifying. We talked about this since the start of the show. We want to cast the net as wide as we possibly can. And it's kind of cool to see multi-streaming become a thing. And honestly, it's about freaking time. You should not be tied to a single platform unless they are paying you an ungodly amount of money. But all those deals are long dried up, and they're not paying out that money anymore for any of this stuff. So, yeah, I mean, I think this is a good move for everybody. It's certainly a good move for Kick.
So this is Twitch top streamers according to Twitch Tracker. Asmongold, number 2.
That's a huge loss for them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Massive.
I mean, a lot of people will still view him on there, but I imagine a lot of people will dump them and go watch him on Kick.
Hassan's number 6, in case people are curious. Oh no!
I mean, he'll go up now. Some of those people are going to go watch him on Kick.
Yeah, and there'll definitely be something. Can you see if he's streaming on Kick? If his stream has started, I don't quite know, if I'm being totally honest with you, what time Asmongold streams. But it's definitely, I mean, it's a huge move for Kick, obviously. I think that we saw Tectone obviously streaming there earlier today. Kick announced that. So they're kind of going back to back with all this stuff. We have yet to be announced, unfortunately.
This is Asmongold's Twitch Kick right now, 33.4K followers, and his chat's just going wild, and he's not even live. There's no
The chat stays active all the time. So
that's nuts.
That's awesome, man.
That's
we should.
wild.
I want to.
I go over there at night to watch Kino Casino sometimes, and their chat is going crazy, even if they're not there.
That's great. That's awesome. Well, like I said, Kick making some good moves. It's big. I think it's a big move for streaming in general. There's Tectone right there. Tectone was streaming earlier on the front page. He was also streaming on X. They're following the side scrollers model of just getting out there and growing. Now, obviously, we don't stream to 50,000 people, but we will in time. So do us a favor, hit the thumbs up button and spread the word. But congratulations to Asmongold for making more money by streaming over on Kick. By the way, that Kick move, their program, their partner program, which allows you to multi-stream, like it's a big win. It's a win for everybody. And maybe this is one of those things that, like I said, we do stream over on Kick, and hello to everybody watching over on Kick. Let me do a quick glance. We may have 1 or 2. No, we have, the 15 of you watching over on Kick. Let's go. We're growing with you guys over there. Glad you guys are with us, and look forward to continue to growing with you guys. Say hello. I see you. Sakaroombu right there. Yes. So maybe we'll get to some emotes and such over there as well. So good stuff. Good for streaming. Good for podcast. Good for everybody. That does say, once again, we have kicked around the idea of returning to Twitch, doing the opposite. We usually do the exact opposite of what people are doing. So I think we will be going back to Twitch in time, maybe sometime soon. But like the idea being that we're going to get banned. Like, we dead name people all the time, right? We will be banned quickly, very quickly on Twitch. And I think there is something to going into the belly of the beast and just speaking hard truth. So Gamer Republic says, no Rumble? No, of course we're live over on Rumble as well. We got several hundred people watching us over on Rumble. We love Rumble.
Just put a giant free Palestine thing on your screen over on Twitch. You could say whatever you want.
Yeah, there you go. Maybe we'll do that. It'll be good. It's the holes in the system.
Follow the Hassan model.
Yes. All right. Marmalin says with the 10 says unsub. Let's fucking go. Yeah, man. Great podcast. Snooty says, get the Yellow Flash Saints and Sinners comic book. Come join us on Side Scrollers Plus. Also, join on Rumble chat. A lot of good people here. Hail chat. Let's go, Snooty. Wins and all those things. Cthulhu Waifus came in with a 5. Says, I lost my mom today and watching you guys help me get through this. Wow. Cthulhu Waifu. I'm sorry to hear that, man. Sucks. And we'll keep you in your prayers, buddy. Sorry to hear that.
Flowers in the chat for his mom, please. Thank you.
Sorry, Cthulhu.
That's true. If you put a hijab on, you'll be safe over on Twitch, Blabs.
Oh, I will never be doing that. Ever. No.
Just Legacy says, as a Texan, Craig, what do you think of the new King of the Hill trailer? Thought it was funny. The intro that we saw, it's really funny. And if what Flash was saying about the premise of him moving over to the UAE and then coming back sounds hilarious. I love it.
Well, over there where he lived, it's kind of like a corporate town, so it's like a white picket fence American model town that he would be living in. So I think he's probably that'll be really funny. He comes back and starts talking about how great it was over there. They're more American than we are.
I love that. It's such a funny premise. It's really good. Brilliant. Marmalin says, you see Twitch now charges you to basically have the same streaming capabilities that already exist in a convoluted way. But now it will work like YouTube, and you have a seeking bar when live. I'm not familiar. What is a seeking bar? Thank you, Marmalin. Thank you, Mercenary says, I hate Kino Casino. They are detestable and unwatchable. All right. To each their own.
Okay.
I do not know how to respond to that. Yes. I wish everybody success, unless you're a dick, and I don't know enough about those guys. All right, let's go to keep moving on. Hey, guess what? Actually, real quick, Blabs, will you get a couple supers while I get this next story queued up, please?
Yes.
Thank
Okay. Black Kane says Craig can't open pickle jars because of all the Jake Gyllenhaal oil on his hands.
Oh, I saw that. I was laughing. Beta Craig.
That was pretty funny.
Hey man, I was trying. My hands were sweating, but I got it. I got it, baby.
After the
Did you
whole
get back
trick,
in the gym, boy?
I never heard that trick before. We'd hit 4 sides. Are interesting. I must try it.
I am forever thankful for that trick because it got open. And I was like, oh no.
Boog says, would Craig eat snowballs from Jake Gyllenhaal abs, or would he snowball Jake Gyllenhaal's abs? You know what? I'm not.
He's going to eat
let's
KFC off of it.
We learned what snowballing was. Let's move on. Marissa says PPP on Kino is a fraud. Okay. Godzilla's Greaser says, aside from the obvious Godzilla, Spinosaurus has been my favorite since Jurassic Park 3. Riley just says Jackie Chan. Okay. Brian says, I'd have to say Charlie Murphy. I'd love to hear more stories about Rick James. Darkness. Whis says, perceived breakfast, Blabs. Armis says, 15 days left for Craig's big day. Great to see you again, Flash. Also, hey, Blabs, happy to see you giddy over your idol. Thank you very much. And Kratos says, screw KFC. Has Blabs had a Popeyes chicken sandwich yet?
I've never had Popeyes.
Did we not go? We didn't go to Popeyes, so the answer, did we go to Popeyes?
No, we've not been to Popeyes.
No, I don't think I've ever had a Popeyes.
I've never had Popeyes chicken.
Oh boy. All right. Well, we need to get you guys some Popeyes chicken. It's good. Get it with some mashed potatoes and some gravy. It's good stuff. All right, we are 4 yellow supers away from our goal for the day. Let's go and hit that today, guys, and keep on growing. Great. Once again, I invite you guys to head over to sidescrollersplus.com and join us. We got all sorts of good stuff over there. If you guys haven't become a member over there, that's the best way to support the show. The same way you support on YouTube, you can support over there. $10 a month gets you all the access to everything we got going on. In addition to Kirsche's extra stream she's doing on Wednesday, exclusive to Side Scrollers Plus. It's going to be great. All right, here we are. June has started, and boy, oh boy, the times, they sure are a-changing, as we have seen the corporate world reject Pride in a major way. Let's first go to this tweet over here from Arch. It says, this was really just a few years ago. Today, barely any of these companies have done anything for Pride Month. It's over. Let this be the last year when this has anything. This is anything but just simply June. That's right. So if you recall, this was all the rage going on here. You had Twitter, you had MTV, Kotaku. Oh, remember your allies at Kotaku over here? You have all of these major companies with their rainbows in the bio, and this year, nothing. Now there have been a few things that have trickled in.
Somehow the GameStop one is the gayest.
The GameStop one. Let's see, where is that one? Here we go. The GameStop.
The middle to the left.
Oh, where are you, GameStop?
Keep going, that's
close. That's pretty gay, right?
It's
there.
right next to that Pride one.
YouTube. Oh yeah, yeah. There you go. Yeah. Well, we have seen a few things trickle in. before the response. And this is from Bungie. They added some trans and gay sliders to Destiny 2 here because this is available June 3rd.
Blow Destiny 2 back up for sure.
It's massive. I'm sure people love that. Good stuff. We saw Bungie over here. Remember Bungie? They're one of the biggest allies of them all. This year, nothing of all things. Now, Halo did have a post actually about Pride Month on June 1st. And they said, this Pride Month, we celebrate love, diversity, and freedom, and the freedom to be yourself.
They
log into, wouldn't you know it? It's amazing how that works out.
Censoring their gays.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate. Really unfortunate they would be so bigoted. To
what a bunch of bigots.
Right there. It's really kind of sad. But because you know what they didn't do, Flash? They didn't on May 1st of last year. Of this year, they didn't lock the post for Mental Health Awareness Month and Asian Pacific Islanders Month. You can still comment on that, fine, but not on this post. So there's that. Now, there's definitely some, like I said, there's still money to be made. So even Universal Studios throwing in with their love is love, be cool, be kind, be proud.
I mean, it's pretty genius. Love is universal. Like they're putting their brand name in the actual merch. So it's genius. It's not new though. They do this every year.
There does seem like there's a lot of, not a lot of pride that you'd find here. These are just the new arrivals.
I like how it's right by Frankenstein.
So what this whole section is the new arrivals, and this is the very last thing that they just posted online on their website the other day. Now, I do have to say that this merch that so far they listed online is a lot less than normal. They usually post for like the Love is Love, Pride Month. So unless they're still posting stuff as they go, it's a lot less merch.
Right. Going back to Destiny here for a second, you have some video of the little thing. Can we just real quick? This is a game about being shot,
right?
It's like you're shooting at your enemies.
Don't you want to blend in and be camouflage?
Right. There's multiple layers to this, right? Number one, you're shooting all the people that have pride flags on them, right? And number two, they stick out like a sore thumb. It's the opposite of camouflage. It doesn't make any sense to me at all. At all. But that's kind of where we're at here. Disney has released a new Pride bucket of popcorn because why not? It is Disney after all. And probably the most... Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, I'm just saying yes. I think I'm pretty sure it won't sell very well in Dubai if they try to sell it there at Disney Dubai.
It won't be there.
Yeah.
Back to Destiny here. They talked about celebrating Pride Month, new shader available, and they're getting June is Pride Fatigue Awareness Month. Probably the most egregious has been Sesame Street of all things. On our street, everyone is welcome together. Let's build a world where every person and family feels loved and respected for who they are. They didn't feel the need to change their setup though for that. This has 15 million views, and Kata says, "Why do kids need to know about sex, let alone gay sex?" Which is like a really good question to ask.
Wait, Retard Finder found Sesame Street. I love it.
That's right.
You're fucking retards. And the thing is, if you take away like the image and the hashtag, that statement is fine. It's literally just saying we love everybody, everyone deserves to be loved. That there is a great message for kids to have. Then you go and that you have to put the stupid symbols and everything. It's like you couldn't just leave it alone. You really just couldn't.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, even the Veterinary Medical Association felt the need to let everybody.
This was on my Facebook. Like, what the fuck? Are we gonna go and like take the gay frogs in? Do they
take your gay dog there?
Like, what the hell? What does Pride have to do with the Veterinary Medical Association? Absolutely fucking zero. They're doing research.
Well, to be fair, a lot of them, they'll never have so the dog is their child. So.
Well, not all of them. Yeah,
all of them.
It's absolutely
every
stupid.
one of them.
It's very stupid.
And well, we have seen that there is still an ounce of stupidity going around. We've seen this, right?
Mm-hmm.
But for the most part, this has been rejected this year, which I think says everything you need to know about what's going on. Even a game like Rainbow Six Siege, they have totally distanced themselves. This is Ubisoft. Keep in mind, Ubisoft says this. It's okay to take off the mask. Strength and vulnerability are not mutually exclusive. June is mental, like they're totally changing the month. June is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. We like to encourage you to offer to reach out to your friends, ask them how they're doing, pick up a game together, look out for each other. You matter over here. Which, Atreus, is that really you, right? Which is fine, right? It's fine, but this totally shows you everything you need to know that these companies.
Why does that? Why do they have they them pronouns in the Rainbow Six bio? Did you see that? Pull that back up.
What? Hold on.
I didn't see that in the.
Yeah, pull it back up.
No, that's true. Here. What?
Huh?
That makes no sense at all.
Maybe their meetings run by multiple people.
I guess maybe that's the only instance where that can be true. I guess. But you don't see anything here about
that is so
the bio.
Weird.
Well, yeah, I mean, you do see that, right?
That is so weird, though. Like, for an account that's like a brand account, it doesn't have a pronoun. It's, huh? This makes no sense.
Lord. Well, Asmongold pointed this out the other day as well. We were not streaming on June 1st, but he went down the list of all the companies here. This is from Drama Alert. It said woke is officially dead. And I think we're kind of at that point where it is DED dead.
No change. Microsoft? No change. Xbox? No change.
So you can see where this is going. And it's 2.5 minutes of him talking about how none of this is changing. And so I guess the big question here is, are all these companies now evil bigots? Because clearly they don't care, right? Clearly that's the situation. So just like iDubbbz distancing themselves from Donut for not being an ally, will everybody who sees a problem with this, will they now distance themselves from these companies because they didn't feel the need to put a rainbow in their bio? I mean, what's fair is fair, right? I think that's the matter of it, right? I don't know. What are your thoughts on that, Flash? Do you think that there'll be pushback on these companies for not being as progressive as they were when it was cool to be progressive?
Well, they're seeing the pushback with. I mean, look what happened to Target and Bud Light. They're all scared of it now, but they're still doing shit behind the scenes. What you see has changed.
I guess. So, and I don't disagree with you there at all. I guess the bigger question is, will you see a pushback like you saw on Bud Light to one of these companies now that, Bud Light was made an example of, right? They lost millions and millions of dollars in market cap because of that stupid mistake, right? But will there be pushback in dollars and cents buying power against, I don't know, let's just say Microsoft or Rainbow Six? Like they're not being inclusive enough. So there's an issue there. So we will not support your game. I don't think that's the case. I don't think you're going to see anything like that because as of this, it's a tiny group of loud people who just complain over and over and over again.
Yeah, I think people are starting to figure that out finally.
Well, you remember Target a few years ago? You talked about the tuck swimsuits and such.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw this, but this lady was in Target today. She was really upset that they didn't have that. I want to play this video for you, Flash. This woman's mad that Target used to have, but now they have.
An older white woman.
Of course. Of course. Just pay attention to how upset she is, Blabs.
Happy Pride Month. In my Target that used to have the Pride section, it's now all USA. Yay.
Good. Go America.
It's American summer.
Like,
damn right it is.
She looks like somebody who'd be upset about this, doesn't she?
She got them crazy eyes.
It's always
she has
beyond.
kids.
No. if she did, they're all they, them, and all that stuff.
And she gets to be oppressed.
Well, she is oppressed because Target is no longer offering the tuck swimsuits, and now they're offering the American swimsuits. Here we go. And replay. All right. Gotcha. But yeah.
To be honest, I think this woman looks 20 years older than she actually is because she's so sad.
Oh, yeah. This is total mental derangement here.
She's actually 22.
Damn.
She's a college sophomore over here.
Happy Pride Month. In my Target that used to have the Pride section, it's now all USA. Yay. It's an American summer. Except for tourism, because tourism's down because no one wants to come here. USA. Woo.
Can we, Blabs, can you fact check that real quick, please? And by the way, how would you know if tourism, nobody wants to come here because it's June? It's tourism season, yeah.
Woo. And honestly, my dad served in the military, and I'd love to be really proud of this nation, but it's hard to be proud of it under Donald Trump. But hey, while you're here, pick up a USA bikini. Why not?
I encourage that. Please pick up a USA bikini while you're at Target. I'm just throwing it out there. Who do you think she voted for?
The woman.
Kamala.
The ball sucking woman. So according to World Travel and Tourism Council, international travel spending in the United States is expected to decline in 2025. This decline is attributed to a combination of factors, including a strong dollar, travel restrictions imposed by the current administration, and concerns about political rhetoric and policies.
I think that says so much about the way the media spins what's going on. Like anybody that actually lives in America, and when I say America, I mean not California or Oregon, right? They see it's nothing like that. Nothing like that at all. Let's continue to hear what else this crazy lady has to say.
Yeah, Target's really taken this anti-DEI thing to another level.
It always comes back to that. So yeah.
Chat was asking me what year the article. This article is from May 13th of 2025.
Okay. Well, like I said, I think that really bodes well to how much the media still spins things, right? Their ability to twist and look at how horrible. Like, are you kidding me? Like, walk around America, it's awesome right now.
As long as you're not in like a city like Portland, you should be okay.
Right.
Be careful there, because if they're wearing all that shit that they're mad about not being in stores, they might throw a brick at your head or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Probably the most violent people ever.
Well, if you're in Boise, you don't really have to worry about it anymore, as apparently the Pride season kicked off, but it was canceled due to low attendance. There, it's kind of interesting. Who would think that Boise, Idaho, of all things, would need to have a Pride celebration? So this goes back to over and over again. And look,
Asmon on Kick now. I wonder check to see how many people are watching.
We'll take a look at that in just a second. But this goes back to like the fact that, and I said this on X, the fact that these companies don't have the Pride and Rainbow flag profiles just shows you what everybody's already known. It was all performative. The only color of the rainbow they care about is green. And like, we've been saying this for years since all this picked up. And people are like, you're just bigots. And like, are you kidding me? It's exactly, these companies are all performative. They go whichever way. And by the way, this goes back to, the whole men's mental health awareness thing. It's the exact same thing on the other side. Oh, Ubisoft, are you kidding me? It's all performative on their side too. Whatever they can do to get your money. That's what they're trying to do. Oh, this resonates with me. I'm going to go check out this game from Ubisoft. No, it's all propaganda from them. That's literally what propaganda is. It's designed to get you to feel a certain way. And it does. And it will. So when it swings back to the other side, stay just as vigilant and looking at this stuff and realizing that it's all just a game to get as much money as you possibly can. That's it. It's really simple. Now, I did see one last thing. Home Depot, though, Blabs. Home Depot may be the biggest of all when it comes to the Ghey Pride collection. Did you see this, Flash? Look at this. Home Depot going all in.
That can't be real.
Let's check out this video, Flash. See what you think of this.
Let's check out the Ghey Pride collection at the Home Depot. We're starting off strong with this adorable handbag featuring rainbow-colored nut drivers. They set up this DIY jewelry making station, so I made a choker and an anklet. Queer art was sprinkled throughout the whole store, like this art installation made by a local lesbian. They literally thought of everyone. Gay electricians, we got you. Gay rock climbers, we see you.
I know it's
No
a joke,
kink
but what's
shaming.
funny is that leaf blower laying between some 2x4s is definitely some shit that would be in a modern art museum.
You know what's funny? The colors literally of that like leaf blower reminded me of Bungee Marathon. I was like, oh, same color palette.
In here, this mask would be great for Pride after parties or networking events. This is a great gift for any gay that you know that needs
Oh my
their
god.
crack filled. This rodent repellent also works to repel homophobia. These glitter body paint sprays are super fun. My
I
best
thought he was
friend
going to
actually
say
picked up the
gerbils in
silver.
your butt.
Oh, no.
I thought he was going to go there. And he didn't.
No.
These glitter body paint sprays are super fun. My best friend actually picked up the silver. She sprayed it all over her baby and it looked like a little disco ball with legs. It was so cute. I think this tool belt is great for carrying around gay things like chapstick or condiments. They had rainbow colored cacti for the plant gays and knee pads for the gay elderly.
There you go. They're going,
I love that. That's
all
fantastic.
in on that right there, which is great.
That's fantastic.
People over here, like, the chat wasn't sure if it was satire or not. And listen, it's funny regardless. So, really funny stuff. So, great job over there. And yeah, I think this is just one of those things where, hey, people have had enough. It has been rejected. We talked about the culture shift. It has happened back in November. People emphatically have rejected this stuff. And guess what? Corporations are responding to this. I would have loved to have been in those meetings. In the meetings where they're like, so what's our Pride line look like this year? And they're like, well, actually, should we have a Pride line this year? And then somebody in the back is like, oh, I can't believe you'd say that. I think the bigger question here is, and Blabs kind of talked about this, it's not really a question, it's more of a statement. I kind of feel sorry for everybody who's been duped by this over the last several years. Like, we've been talking about this for years now. It's fake. It doesn't matter. These people don't, and they're like, no. The big multi-billion-dollar company cares about me. And now they see it clear as day. Like, I don't know. I kind of feel bad for them. I'm guessing you don't, Flash.
No, not at all.
No. What about you, Blabs?
A little bit of empathy, but not a whole lot.
There you go. All right. What a fun start to the month of June, which is something that hasn't been said in many years, right? Normalcy is winning. Normalcy has won. Normalcy will continue to win. There will be bumps in the road, but ultimately normalcy will always win out. I think that's what the last few years have been. Bumps in the road. Am I still on delay?
You were before.
Okay.
I think it's anytime you're sharing a video.
That's how it goes. Yes. All right. We have an update with Asmongold.
Yes.
What?
So I have his stream pulled up. He is live right now. 17,000 viewers, and it's just going up.
Right. Of course it is. Curious what he's doing over on Twitch, if that viewership has been chopped in half or if it's all the same. Right now over on Twitch, he has Kick is actually beating out.
Nice.
Yeah, he has 12,000 people watching him on Kick or on YouTube. I'm sorry, on Twitch, and he has 17,000 watts. Man, this could be. And we saw this when Doc announced he was going to be streaming on Rumble, and there was this huge spike that first day, and then it like dropped off to pretty much, not a whole lot. But this could be a much bigger win for Kick than anybody realizes.
Well, also Tectone just went live too on his first live stream as well.
Yeah.
And he's just under 3K followers.
That's all good, man. That's great. Well, once again, you guys
Kick or X?
On Kick. It's his first Kick stream.
Well, we look, like I said, we are streaming everywhere as well. I think that's the best strategy. Cast the net as wide as we possibly can. We talked about that many times. So good for everybody. Because once again, I go back to the rising tide. What's the phrase I'm looking for? The rising tide
brings
up all boats or whatever it is. Yeah, Drop Barracuda says someone's gotten into the pink kryptonite, which is look upable thing in the Superman universe. Blabs, I think we'll pass on that one. Drop Barracuda, but thank you. Blabs, why don't you read a few of these real fast? Actually, do we have any specifically for Flash in here?
Not that I saw. That I don't think so. No.
Well, we do have our Montez goal, and we did hit it today, which is wonderful. So, Flash, you get to pick the Montez animation today. I'm going to give you a number between 1, 2, or 3. Which one do you want?
1, 2, and 3?
Yeah.
1.
1 it is. Okay. All right.
Bitch! Montez!
Montez wins. Perfect.
There we go.
Let's
go.
Best one.
Love it. All right, Flash, we'll give you.
And we'll never know what he said.
Yeah, I'm sure it was a thoughtful, kind thing.
I was on fire. Flash, we're going to let you bounce. Is there anything you want to promote? Perhaps maybe a comic book?
Yeah, check out my comic.
Link in description below.
Yes. How's it coming along? You guys closing in?
Yeah, we're almost to 90,000, like a couple hundred away from 90K.
Let's go. Awesome. Great stuff, man. Good stuff for you. I love to see that. Yep. We're closing in on $90,000. That's good. And you'll see a push when it closes at the end of July as well. You'll definitely kill it. So good for you, man. All right. Go check out Golden Patriot. Flash, appreciate you, buddy.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
See you, bud.
Bye.
Have a good one. Bye.
You too.
Mary said, Montez.
Montez.
There we go.
My turn. You're on you're on a struggle
delay?
bus with tech. So Shane for 10 says, I believe you're a gay Dallas Cowboys fan, Craig. Take it, all Cowboy fans are gay. But you would be proud of Des Bryant calling out the NFL commercial for Pride Month. Just stumbled upon his tweet. Yeah. Brown says, remember the scene in Batman Returns when all of Penguin's henchmen slowly walk away as they abandon him? Watching Pride Month kind of feels like that. Game Hunter says, Craig, when I went to Florida, it was sunny. When I went to Texas, it was beautiful. The people have treated me with so much kindness. Where is Bucky? Well, there's a whole bunch of them all over the place, including outside of Texas, too.
Yep.
Monolith says, we like to pretend West doesn't exist except for the bright blue grass at Alberton Stadium. Grateful Gamer says, she looks like Peter Pettigrew's twin sister. Dude, you're not wrong. Mercenary says, I had some good you guys. The U.S. can do other stuff. Thank you, Mercenary. It's always a pleasure. Sparky says, obligatory Foxy News preaching. Always second guess those companies. Read the fine print. Look at how they use language. Many companies aren't really dropping DEI. Celebrate actual victories. Montez! I agree with that statement. Game Hunter says, Craig, 2 years ago, Southern Californians complaining hard when men and women were going around wearing gimp outfits and string bikinis in front of children on a daily. Parents retaliated against new scum. Empty One says, I don't think we will ever see DSP side scrollers again. He's more likely to dress up as Barbara Walters for Halloween and interview himself. Yeah.
Hey, real quick, I want to get to the Des Bryant thing.
Are you all right? You are a robot.
Let's talk about this. Okay, let me refresh. Keep going.
Okay. Drop Barracuda says AVMA is too close to DVD, in my honest opinion. I don't want to talk about these things. 8 o'clock says, speaking of the unsubscribed podcast, Cast the Boys' names dropped Kirsche on the same podcast with Techtown. Yes, she mentioned that the other day. Oh, hello.
Hi
Nice
again.
to see you here again.
Good to see you on my back.
I mean, yeah. For now, at least. Wow, what are we doing? We going on an adventure?
I wanted to play this video. Okay, hold on. Am I back better?
You're back.
Refresh. Hold on.
For fuck's sakes. Anyway, the Drop Barracuda for 5 says, I like how Trans Visibility Day is right next to Easter. I think the biggest difference between the two is where the eggs were hidden. Infamous says, KFC or Taco Bell, what's the best performing exorcism on your colon? Ew. I don't want to answer that. I'm just going to say White Castle rules them all. Anyway. Hi.
Hey, am I back?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. This is what was just, thank you for letting us know about this. This is from the NFL. If you love this game, you're welcome here. Football is for all. Football is for everyone. The NFL stands the LGBTQ community today and every day. Blabs, look at the messaging on this.
No way! There's a reason I don't like football now, eh? Wow.
This is the NFL saying
That is
this.
so embarrassing.
Oh my gosh.
Before people start clipping me, I don't actually hate the gays.
No, of course not. But we'll let you read Des Bryant what he says over here.
Oh my god. Look, lesbian is beautiful. See, life explains vision with powerful stuff.
What, Blabs?
What the fuck? Football is transgender. How
Yeah,
can a sport be trans? Oh my god.
Oh. And then they got the
And it's so funny how so many people watch the Super Bowl because of this.
All right. So here is Des Bryant. So do you know who Des Bryant is?
He's some football player, I'm assuming.
He used to play for the Dallas Cowboys. Here we go. Check this out. Go
Football is gay, football is queer, football is transgender. These are wild statements to make. Excuse my silliness. I'm going to proudly tell my boys football is none of these things. I have nothing against gays, but this is far from right. Yeah, no, this is insane.
So he tweeted this out and getting a lot of respect, as well as like, yeah, I mean, what does it even mean? Football's lesbian. Like, what does that even mean?
Who did this? Who thought that this was okay? This went all the way up the chain for approval of posting from the NFL. Like, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm. It's unbelievable. I don't know.
And then people scoff at me when I don't watch football. It's like, why the fuck would I wanna? Football's lesbian. The hell?
Football is Blabs. That's what it is. Football is Craig. Football's Blabs. Football's side. Football's everything.
Everyone. It's like the Shrek is love, Shrek is life. That's what it is. Football is love. Football is life.
Well, let's continue here. He quote tweeted this here. This guy over here thinking like he's over here ratioing him and stuff, but here we go. This guy deleted his tweet. I don't know what it said, but I'll let you read this, Blabs.
It does says it's gay players in the NFL, but forcing it in people's faces, especially children, can send the wrong message. Football is a real community like the gay community. Imagine telling gays they have to advocate for straight people. They probably would have a problem. Exactly.
Yes.
You're literally telling everybody what the football is. It's like football should be for everyone. Why the hell are you making labels?
This guy over here. This is one of his detractors over here, and you can see him down below. This guy here, he's really going hard. He said this, Blabs.
You're looking far too. Like that's okay. So that does, Brian. You're looking far too into it. You're representing the commercial like that's all it said. All it's saying is football is everything, and it is. It's also saying anyone can be a fan, and they can. Gay people bought and wear your merch, bro. LOL. It's not that serious.
And he said,
go tell that to somebody's 6-year-old son who is not fully developed mentally.
Right. And I think that's the bigger thing is like, why even promote this stuff? Like, what's that have to do with throwing a football and catching?
They're ruining everything. Oh, with the stupid messaging.
Well, we hit it. I wonder where the retard finder is. They will.
Someone fetch the retard finder.
Please, somebody, please. Grateful Gamer says American football just took an L to soccer set. Yeah, I know, right? NFL sponsored by NAMBLA. What is NAMBLA? I feel like I should know that. Ian says football is gay, to be fair. Shut up. I love football. Football is so much fun.
Oh my god. NAMBLA is North American Man Boy Love Association. It's a pedophilia and pederasty advocacy organization in the United States.
Stop. Don't want to hear it.
Yikes.
Don't want to hear it.
No.
Well, good on Des Bryant. Good on him for just having a little common sense and not being afraid to call out this nonsense. That's just silly. That's just silly. Draw Barracuda says, makes sense. They have tight ends, wide receivers, and see through tight shorts. 90% of plays start with hands on Gooch to get the ball. Thanks, Drop Barracuda. Winston says someone mentioned in the previous super chat that they hated Kino Casino. What an L take. I love Kino Casino. Next to Side Strollers and Matt on the internet. It's one of the best podcasts online. Awesome, man. Love it. Go crazy. All right, Blabs, let's go and finish up with some of these super chats real quick. Then I will get some of these direct donations. Guys, thank you again for your support. Appreciate it.
Mike says, I'm happy that this rainbow corporatism is done. I got sick and tired of corporates using the LGBT people as a shield for crap products. My favorite one has always been the Ghey Stormtrooper Funko Pop that Disney made. It was really a Funko Pop of a Stormtrooper all in rainbow. It's like, there's nothing that screams gayness better than a gay Nazi. It was always great. Craig, I still say you just need to get one of those rubber gripper things for the pickle jar. If you have a good grip and can put all your force into it, the lid, it shouldn't be all that hard.
Thanks.
Wait, y'all never saw the Mobile South Park episode? Nope. Rudy says, Phoenix Photoshop Blabs is Roman Reigns. Acknowledge me. I am number one. Raptor says, WWE released R-Truth. I hate it here. Kroger is still pushing the Pride BS with their emails. It's making me consider moving my prescriptions and shopping someplace else. I'm beyond tired of it. And Void says, there's one thing faster than the speed of light, and that's Rule 34 artists. Ugh. And Marius says, the retard finder is redundant when you've already found the retard. Thank you very much. We're caught up.
Okay, real quick. I just saw this. We were talking about Sesame Street.
Oh. No.
Sesame Street has parents furious for airing this pro-gay episode that features prominent zesty crossdresser Jonathan Van Nys, who offered to show Elmo and Cookie Monster his monster piece. Tell me this.
What's his monster piece?
Elmo, Cookie, are you ready to see my monster piece?
What's his monster piece, Craig?
I'm guessing
what is it?
Blabs, you don't want to know.
What if you pull the curtain back and it's like an actual thing, though?
No, I'm sure that it is some sort of like, look at these kids here. I'm sure it's meant to be like a masterpiece. Oh, there you go, right here.
Alan, ta-da! Alan Monster is wearing the latest.
I want to leave this planet. It's time to abandon ship. Did you have to pull that up? We couldn't just have some fun. No. Ugh.
Hey, leave kids alone. How's that sound?
Yeah.
Sound good? Does that sound good? Just leave the kids alone?
Yeah.
Right? Does that sound good? I think we should just leave the kids alone.
Yeah.
How about that? I think that sounds like a good idea.
Hey, look, you know what? Look, palate cleanser. What's up, Pappy? How you doing, girl? Palate cleanser. Here you go, chat. I'm so sorry.
Delta says, I'm just waiting a year or two when Pride Month is the pride to defend one's country from the enemy. Saw Sam Hyde cover the U.S. military blasting funk music with men training for a recruitment ad. Thanks, Delta. Spaz Badger says, Time to start wearing the Side Scrollers American Pride shirt more. Also, remember dogs were getting monkeypox somehow. Thanks, Spaz. Yeah, we do have our American Pride shirt. We launched that last year during Pride Month. You guys can go pick that up over at sidescrollersmerch.com. It's a really good shirt. Interspector says, what's your favorite Spider-Man game on PS2? 1, 2, 3, friend or foe? Web of Shadows, Ultimate Spider-Man. I wish I can give you an answer on that, my dude. Spider-Man games, they're fun. I love just the swing element to all of them, but I can't give you an answer. I'm sorry, Inspector. Ian says, what was that? The NFL? Yeah, I'm sorry. Mercenary says, the puppeteer for Elmo got caught touching kids. I know. Patchouli says, I miss when Sesame Street didn't push propaganda. But then they had an episode with MPH where he came out as a fairy. That's right.
I don't remember that.
I don't know.
He was a gay little fairy.
What a mess.
He was a fairy.
All right. Well, look, we're almost there, guys. It's almost done. Guys, appreciate you guys popping in. Who do we have tomorrow on our show?
Lunduke Jono.
Oh, Lunduke's joining us again. I'm sure he's going to have a lot. Well, appreciate you guys being here. Hit the thumbs up button on your way out. We got a bunch of videos hitting throughout the afternoon. So appreciate you guys popping in. Enjoy the rest of your day. And remember, people are going to try to keep you down. Don't let them. You guys got a goal. Go get it. Thanks for watching us over on Rumble, on Kick, on Plus, and, of course, over here on YouTube as well. See you guys later. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Fatality.